Hello everyone, for those who are new to this channel, my name is Charissa, and for those who are returning, you know that it's always a pleasure to have you back. So let's get into this word. As we know, not every word is for every person, so if you're not sure, just simply ask the Lord if this word is for you, okay? Basically, the Lord wants me to tell you that your single status is coming to a close, and it's time for you to be introduced, revealed to your spouse. The veil is now coming off, and it's coming to that point where God is actually going to reveal different aspects concerning you to your spouse. This is a now thing. In the coming months, many of you are going to see more and more relationships, kingdom relationships, coming together, and many of you are part of this next move. What the Lord is saying, okay, sister, brother, you already prepared yourself spiritually for this new transition, for this new change in your life. What he is saying is just make sure that you look your best. Look your best. Your spouse is at the door. You have those moments where you're saying, okay, let me go to the store and pick up a few things and come back. Even though you're going to make a quick stop one place or whatsoever. And you're thinking, oh, I'm not going to meet no one there. I'm just dropping off this. I'm just dropping off that. Or I'm just going to spend a few minutes here. I'm not going to stay long. You're probably saying, oh, wait, I haven't seen anyone in sight, okay, as far as a potential. You haven't seen any potential in sight. But do you know that God can do the impossible quickly just like that? When you least expect it. In your mind, you're not expecting to meet anyone when you go to the store. But that day when you expect not to see anyone, not to meet anyone, that could be the very day you meet your spouse. Listen to me carefully. God is saying that the moment your spouse sees you, they're going to be like something is different about you. They're going to be attracted to you when they actually come into contact with you. When it comes to you and your spouse coming together, obedience is so important. If a person isn't positioned or allow God to lead them, they would find that they are not benefiting in different areas of their life because they decide to take a different path, okay? Willful sin that keeps us from experiencing the things of God, the blessings of God. Sex may be a struggle for you. When it comes to relationships, you find that you struggle when it comes to sex, okay? And you know what? If that is your struggle, all you have to do is, let the Lord know and explain to him your weaknesses. And once you explain and let him know the things that you are weak in, he will give you the strength to overcome them, because you don't want anything to jeopardize you from actually being in God's will. That's why God encourages us to die to our flesh daily. This flesh that we have will destroy us if we allow it to destroy us. Just like you guys, every day I have to die to my flesh too. And in order for us to overcome, it's about actually being intentional. You still will find moments where you may not pass the test all the time. But when you make that effort to actually pass that test and to overcome that test, whatever test that is, you'll find that as time goes on, as time progresses, you find yourself being able to overcome that test, okay? So that's for someone, okay? So you be encouraged, and if you find yourself falling to a certain temptation, whatever it may be, just keep going. I want to encourage you to keep going. Even though you may fall, trying again, and eventually, you will overcome that test. So let's go to Ruth chapter 2, verse 2, and it says, Ruth the Moabites said unto Naomi, let me now go to the field and glean ears of corn after him, in whose sight I shall find grace. And she said unto her, go, my daughter. And she went and came and gleaned in the field after the reapers, and her hap was too light on a part of the field belonging unto Boaz, who was of the kindred of Elimelech. Verse 4. And behold, Boaz came from Bethlehem, and said unto the reapers, The Lord be with you. And they answered him, The Lord bless thee. Then said Boaz unto his servant that was set over the reapers, Whose damsel is that? And the servant that was set over the reapers answered and said, It is the Moabitish damsel that came back with Naomi out of the country of Moab. So, when Boaz actually saw Ruth in the fields, the first time he saw her, he noticed her. He didn't speak to her yet. He saw her. He looked at her. I'm sure he thought that something was intriguing about her when he saw her for the first time. So when it comes to this, we see that Boaz saw her first, and later on, if you read, when he spoke to her, her spirit internally, who she was, her character, intrigued him also, okay? And we later on see that they come together and they are married. Remember, your marriage is for a purpose. And when we also look at Ruth, we see that because of Boaz and Ruth coming together, that was where the lineage of David came from, okay? If there was no Ruth and Boaz, there would be no David. There's so much that is going to come out of this union, this godly union. There are so many blessings that you are about to experience that you really are going to be shocked to find out who your spouse is. Some of you are going to be very shocked. But you know, the Lord's going to have your mouth open like, this can't be real. This got to be a dream. That's how shocked you're going to be. And He's going to blow your mind. You have in your mind the type of guy or the type of woman God is going to bless you with. God is going to supersede your expectation. You kind of downgraded what you thought God was going to give you. There will be something that you have that He needs, and then there will be something that He has that you would need, okay? Where one person is lacking, the other person doesn't lack, and that's how it's going to be, okay? Both of you are going to be able to benefit from each other because of your differences. And so, of course, when it comes to marriage, you will see each other's vulnerable side, and that's where healing will take place, you know. You may be a person who's watching and you have dealt with a lot of emotional baggage, okay? Whether that may be with romantic relationships of the past, or maybe different situations that occurred in your life has caused emotional pain. So when you both come together, you both are going to find healing in your relationship. And a lot of things that you have been hurt from in your past, this person that God is going to bring into your life is going to bring a lot of healing to you. Those who this word is for, you have experienced a time of purging where God has been doing some inner healing within you. But even in marriage, do you know that you will also experience other forms of healing within that relationship? That is basically what the Lord wanted me to say to you guys. Like He said, the time is coming close. And you know that when God puts His fingerprint on your marriage, you know it is going to bear a lot of fruit. Thanks for tuning in, guys. And remember to like and share this video. And just remember that God is faithful and He is true.